What's going on, guys? So today we're doing another comparison with the Sennheiser Momentum 3. Today we're going to compare them to the Technics AZ60. This is a pretty popular request. Quite a few of you have left comments requesting this exact comparison. So that's what we're going to cover here today. So right now what you're listening to is a audio test of the microphones on the Sennheiser Momentum 3. As you can see, we do have quite a bit of traffic taking place behind me. So let's go ahead and switch over to the AZ60 so that we can compare the microphone quality. All right, so now we've switched over to the AZ60, and this is a microphone comparison that I've been looking forward to because the AZ60 do have pretty impressive noise cancellation when it comes to the microphones. So we should be able to see how well they're able to cancel out this traffic noise here in the background.
So the microphone comparison did surprise me. Going into it, I did expect the AZ60 to sound better, but in my opinion, the Momentum 3 sounded a little bit more natural, and they did an amazing job at handling that background noise. But I'm curious to know what you guys think, so let me know which one you think sounded better down in the comments. So let's get into a brief physical comparison, starting off with the charging cases. So the Technics are the more compact of the bunch. You're definitely getting a more slimmer design with the case compared to the Momentum 3. One key difference is that the Technics do not feature wireless charging. Considering the price point, that is a feature that I think they should have. So that is a little bit of a letdown, whereas the Momentum 3, they did add that this year. So as far as wireless charging, the Momentum 3 do have you covered. Now moving over to the earbuds, they're pretty similar in size. Although if you look closely, the Technics are just a little bit larger, which for me does impact how they fit in comparison. With the Momentum 3, like we've seen in the other videos, they added that silicone earwing, which does a great job as far as giving you more grip. So we'll talk more about the fit between these two a little bit later. Now, one key difference is that the Technics do not feature in-ear detection, and the Momentum 3 do feature in-ear detection. So with the Sennheisers, anytime you remove one of the earbuds from your ear, your music will automatically pause. So if that's an important feature for you, that is something to keep in mind. When it comes to the touch controls, both of these are giving you full touch controls. So you get all of your playback controls, including volume, as well as your ambient sound control and your voice assistant. So you really don't have to reach for your phone with either of these to make any adjustments. And not only that, within the respective apps, you do have the option to customize the configuration for the controls. So you can really tailor these to your personal preference. So let's go ahead and jump into the specs. So both of these are running Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codecs, the Technics are giving you SBC, AAC, as well as LDAC. So if you have a compatible device, you can tap into that high resolution streaming codec. But just keep in mind, it is going to impact your overall battery life, as well as the strength of your Bluetooth connection. With the Momentum 3, we're getting SBC, AAC, aptX, as well as aptX adaptive. Now, one big advantage with the Technics is that you're getting multi-point connection. So if you do a lot of multitasking and you need to be connected to two devices at the same time so that you can seamlessly switch back and forth, the Technics do have you covered. As of right now, that is not an option with the Momentum 3. So we'll have to see if they take a page from Jabra's playbook and give us multi-point connection later down the line via a firmware update. So when it comes to battery life, we're getting pretty similar numbers here. So with the Momentum 3, we're going to get roughly 7 hours on a single charge with a total of 28 hours, including the case. And with the Technics, also around 7 hours on a single charge with a total of 24 hours, including the case. Also, both of these do feature fast charging. So just 10 minutes in the case will give you roughly an hour of listening time on the Momentum 3. And then 15 minutes in the case with the Technics will give you a little bit over an hour. When it comes to water resistance, both of these have an IPX4 sweat and water resistant rating. So they're safe for the gym, safe for the outdoors, but neither is a pair that you want to completely submerge in water. So both of these earbuds are giving you full app support. So within their respective apps, you're able to access your battery life, You can adjust your ambient sound control. You can customize the EQ. Like we said earlier, you can customize the configuration of your touch controls. But with the companion app of the AZ60, you actually get access to a few features that you typically don't see. So one thing people ask me pretty frequently is how I do my microphone comparisons and what app I use. But with the companion app of the AZ60, you can actually do your own microphone test. So within the app, it will allow you to record your voice and then play it back to you so that you can hear exactly how you sound when you're on the phone. Going back to the touch controls, in addition to the playback controls, you can also fully customize your controls when it comes to your phone calls. And then on top of that, you have the option to try and eliminate background noise whenever you're on the phone. So it tries to eliminate background noise from your end, but you also have the option to try and eliminate background noise from the caller's end. And so far, this is the only pair of earbuds I've ever seen do this. So when it comes to the fit, for me and my smaller sized ears, the Momentum 3 do have a slight advantage. Again, they are slightly smaller than the AZ60, and then that silicone ear fin does help in terms of grip. With the AZ60, I think if you have medium to larger size ears, they are perfect. But if you have smaller ears like myself, I would give the Momentum 3 a shot before the AZ60. So let's go ahead and jump into the sound quality. So with the AZ60, I think what stands out the most is definitely the Soundstage and the fact that it's able to give you this almost surround sound type of feel where you can hear the vocals and the different instruments all in their respective places throughout the mix. You're also getting some really great bass response, but it doesn't bleed into the rest of the mix. It maintains a really good separation. And then when it comes to the treble, you're also getting some really impressive performance, some really impressive clarity, but it never becomes too sharp, even when you push it in terms of EQ. With the Momentum 3, I think what you'll notice the most is that you're getting a little bit more punch in terms of the bass, a little bit more of that subwoofer type feel, especially with the right EQ adjustments. And then also, I think you're getting slightly louder max volume as well. So if you listen to a lot of bass heavy music, maybe hip hop, dubstep, EDM, things like that, I do think you will prefer the Momentum 3 over the AZ60. But, you know, if you listen to like jazz, classical, maybe some soft rock, you might like that wide soundstage that you get with the AZ60. So I think it kind of depends on what you listen to the most to determine which one would suit you best. For me and my personal music taste, I think the Momentum 3 are the better of the two. Now, as far as the active noise cancellation, you're getting very similar performance from both earbuds. It's really hard to tell which one is canceling out more noise, and honestly, you really can't go wrong with either one. I would put both of these right in that tier, you know, right underneath Bose and Sony. So still very, very good performance, but not quite the best of the best. I think the big difference here comes with the fact that you're getting adaptive sound control with the Momentum 3. So basically, the earbuds can, you know, automatically detect how much ambient noise is taking place around you, and then it will adjust the noise cancellation accordingly. Whereas with the Technics, you have a fully adjustable slider, so you can really dial that active noise cancellation to the point that you want. Now, when it comes to the ambient mode, I would give the slight advantage to the Momentum 3, just because I feel like it sounds a little bit more natural. The Techniques sound a little bit more on the process side. And then also you do have a fully adjustable slider with the Momentum 3, whereas with the Techniques, you simply have two different modes, which are fully transparent and attention mode. So overall, I think these are two excellent options when it comes to true wireless earbuds. And I wouldn't really say that one is definitively better than the other. I think at this point, it just comes down to preference. With the Momentum 3, you got wireless charging and ear detection, but then with the AZ60, you have multi-point connection. With the Momentum 3, a little bit better bass, more in terms of the overall volume. With the AZ60, you have more in terms of soundstage. So again, it just comes down to preference. For me and what I typically listen to, I think the Momentum 3 are the better fit, but again, that's just me. So if you're interested in either of these, make sure you check out the links down in the description. It does help support the channel anytime you make purchases using those links. So if you do so, I do greatly appreciate it. So if this video was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media at CEO in the Making. And aside from that, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.